morning to all. Wishing you all a very happy Teachers' Day. I, on behalf of Guru Nanak College, welcome you all for this national webinar. I welcome our respected General Secretary and Correspondent, Sir, our respected Principal, Sir, our respected Vice Principal, Dean, Heads, Faculty members, students of Guru Nanak College and other institutions. I am extremely delighted to welcome our resource person, Dr. B. Surendranath Reddy, Assistant Professor, School of Mathematical Sciences, Swami Ramanand Teeth, Marathwada University, Nandad, Maharashtra. Sir, over to Principal, sir.
Over to Principal. Okay, suddenly you are going to say, anyway, yesterday evening, most beloved resource person of the day. This is a shocking news. I'm just seeing that. And Dean Admin Mathematics and my dear colleague and Dean Research, Dr. J. Jayanti, all the participants from all over the country. Just now I listened that the resource person of the day is from Marathwada University. Marathwada University is my very close to heart university. Maybe Dr. Surendranath Reddy may be knowing that. All the zoology people, even that Vayakar, honeybees. Honeybees is my very close friend. And Suresh Mukashi, all the people are my close friends. Many times I have been there. And suddenly this is a very shocking, surprising news that Dr. Surendranath from Marathwada University. Sir, my hearty welcome to you, sir, for this wonderful day.
Thank you.
And really, yes, really online teaching is a challenging job for the maths teachers. So we would like to know the ways and means for easy teaching on online classes for the students, for the teachers. How to handle mathematical lectures on using technological tools. Wonderful topic Dr. Srimati has chosen. I don't know how she caught hold of you, but anyway, I am very happy. Very happy. This is Marathwada University is like my parent university, like Madras University. And I wish and congratulate Dr. J. Jayanti and Dr. Srimati for having arranged a wonderful program today. Though today is a holiday, people are happily working. In that aspect, I am very happy to be a part of this program, and also I'll also enjoy the today's lecture. A hearty welcome to you and to Dr. Srimati, Dr. J. Jayanti, and all the participants who are present here. I could see somewhere Deepa, Deb, Anil, Medkar, so many teachers are there. I am very happy in welcoming all of you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome Dr. B. Surendranath, sir, who has pursued his BSc degree from SV University Tirupati, MSc from Hyderabad Central University, PhD from Hyderabad Central University. He has published, his research area is algebra analysis and soft theory. He had published 20 research papers with 36 citations, essay index and 1 I-10 index. He has been guiding MPhil students and PhD students, and he has also done a major project at Rajiv Gandhi Science and Technology Commission on awareness and training on free open source mathematical software, and he has also organized many FDP programs and talks during this COVID pandemic. He has also been organizing secretary for workshops on LaTeX, SageMath, etc., and delivered more lectures in UGC SETNet coaching schemes. He is also an institutional NAC core committee member, sir. I welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir. Dr. Surendranath Reddy, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
you for your nice and brief introduction. Thank you, Principal, sir.
Thank you, sir.
A small clarification to Principal, sir, is, sir, there are two Marathwada universities.
Okay.
One is...
Yes, I understand. I understood. This is Nanded.
Yeah.
Nanded.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
But our university is that Marathwada University, Aurangabad is our earlier parent university.
Yes, sir. Probably I may be coming to your Nanded University also for
most welcome,
Viva.
Yes.
And then they have fixed, and then one more. There is one Gurudwara there in Nanded.
Yes.
I would like to see that also. Probably we'll be meeting, sir. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure. I will personally take to that place.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So before starting, I wish each and every teacher Happy Teachers Day. This is one of the special day for all of our teachers, because I feel that teaching profession is the best profession. There is no selfishness in teaching. Only teacher is the one who feel happy when his student progress even better than him. I think there is no other profession where jealous doesn't come to that profession. I may be wrong, but I feel personally in that way, so I start liking my profession. Teaching is the only profession where we feel so proud when our students achieve something. Then we also, as I said, teaching profession, it is like how much you give to students, that much more you will learn. So it is like not just, it is more benefit being a teacher than anyone else. And students, whenever they call, whenever they talk to us after long time, sir, we are doing this, and because of you people, we are there. So we feel so happy. Today morning, I called to some of my teachers. They felt so happy, and while talking with our teachers, that happiness is priceless. So I decided today we will have, because Srimati Madam contacted me several times. Somehow I didn't get dates. Then I thought today I will, just 2 days back I informed her, if possible, then 5th I can give morning session. So she readily agreed. I thank you, Madam. And now let's.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, Madam. Yes.
Thank you so much.
So I hope, even though many mathematics teachers may be here, our topic related title is like how to handle mathematics. But let me tell you, this is for any teacher. Any teacher can take this, even as you can call it a language teacher can also use these tools to take their lectures. Okay. Few things will be there where it will be more benefit for mathematics teachers, but it is useful for each and every teacher. That much I can tell, and we will start things. Okay. So can you see my presentation PDF file?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So the title, as already suggested, how to handle mathematics lectures online, virtually, using some technological tools. Some of them are free, and of course some hardware related one should buy it, but they are very not that much costly. Okay. So once again I thank Guru Nanak College for giving me an opportunity. I am very near to Chennai, so I am attached to Chennai. I am from Chittoor. Many people may be knowing, near to Vellore. So it's a nice experience for me also to interact with all people. Now, overview of my talk is I am going to talk about Microsoft OneNote, which many people may be knowing it, or if it is first time also, it is one of the best one can start using it. Then I will be discussing about few minutes about Pen Tablet, which is very, very useful and essential for mathematics teachers. This much I can tell, for writing anywhere easily. Then Microsoft Forms. As I said, Microsoft Forms, anyone can use it, but especially if teachers belongs to mathematics, then they definitely, it is very, very useful one. That also we will discuss. Then learning management system, I may not be going in detail, but I will just give some names so that you can start exploring those things. And I will be explaining use of this OBS, Open Broadcaster software. For example, I am right now delivering my live lecture with the help of OBS. So you can see that some extra things you can apply just instead of going through directly on Google Meet. I am going live on Google Meet, but with the help of OBS, I am taking my lecture. Okay. Before just going into details, but let's see why one should go with e-learning. No matter whether it is just because of COVID or just because of this pandemic. No, it is not just because of this one. This is the best time I can say we should adapt this e-learning tools even after our lockdown is over. So what are the advantages of this e-learning? Is student can access content from anywhere at any time during depending on their feasibility. Okay, this is one of the biggest advantage I can tell if we have a e-content with us, that students will be the best beneficiaries. They can access anywhere from mobile at any point of time. They can watch the content, especially when the time of during revision or whenever they are reading it, they have difficulty. They can simply go through it, and they can see the teacher once again virtually. Okay, and analyzing using these technological tools, analyzing students' performance is just a one click. With a click, you will get all the performance of students. So you can analyze them, and whoever not performing well, we can give special attention to them. Not only that, it also promotes active learning and independent learning. For example, 4 months back, I may not be knowing these many tools, even though I am knowing earlier few tools, but I started learning myself, and I started, which promoted activeness, learning many tools. So definitely it is a plus point, and it increases our skills. So before that, before 4 months, teachers or students knowing me as a mathematics teacher, but somehow now after 4 months, they are knowing me as just a ICT tools teacher, something like that. Okay, so it definitely enhances our skills, and that helps in our subject teaching. So now I am teaching my mathematics very effectively with the help of these tools, whatever I have learned. And students also, they will learn their skills, because once they come to know these things, different platforms, they will search on their own, they will improve their own knowledge. Okay. As coin has two sides, advantages will be there and some limitations will be there. So what are some of the limitations? Is that the biggest limitation as of now, I can say that some lack of technological tools with students as well as with teachers. Whether every teacher has such tools or whether every student has such tools to access is the first biggest question. And answer is no. At present, even teachers does not have such technological tools, and students, they may be having a maximum a mobile. Okay. And the second problem is the internet connectivity, poor internet connectivity. Even good cities, we see that there is a internet problem, and we cannot even imagine what is the problem with in villages. Okay. And not only that, if we as a regular 3 or 4 lectures student has to attend, then they have to spend 3 hours or 4 hours. So when they spend 3 or 4 hours, how much data they have to spend per day? So per month, how much they have to charge? So who will be going to pay this much amount? If a student is coming from poor background, then how their family will accommodate that much amount for a learning process? That is a big challenging. One should look into it. Okay. Then, as I said, there may be a problem of less interaction with humans, but it is depending on us. If we talk to our friends, students, teachers, then interaction actually increases. But if we stop interacting, then it will become isolation. It leads to isolation, social isolation. That one should keep in mind. Is there a teacher or a student also? Because in class we crack jokes, we talk to students, we do many things. But in online, we may not do such things by keeping some things in mind. But if we start using it slowly, that will be overcome. It is not a problem. Then lack of communication skills, because if you go to isolation, then communication skills may go down. But as I said, the other way, if you start using these things, your communication skills even improve better. Because when you are talking in front of others virtually, you will take care about your what you are speaking, all those things. So it actually increases if we take it in positive way. Okay. This is right now is a problem where you can see that some states are not able to conduct final year exams because of this COVID, and online examinations are not up to mark. Because of that, it went up to Supreme Court and all those things. Okay. So, cheating, prevention of cheating online exam is not that much accurate as of now. It is very difficult to stop someone from cheating, copying when they are giving exam from remote areas like from their home and so on. this is one of the limitation, I can say biggest limitation right now may not be possible to address. But if we, instead of worrying or instead of only highlighting limitations or disadvantages, just keeping in mind our advantages and start doing it, then definitely there will be a positive results. Our students, our teachers, our school already started online teaching. Our students initially had some problems, but now after almost 1 month, they have adjusted. There are no problems at all from students. More than 80% students are attending our online lectures. Of course, there is a, usually even in physical classroom, 80% attendance will be there on an average, right? So we have come across, we have find these solutions, we have taken in positive way, and that as a positive way, we are able to do it online lectures more effectively. All my teachers, all my students are not facing much problem. So how we are doing these things, we will see one by one now. Then, of course, there may be many people, as I said, instead of opposing, take it in positive way. Whatever, just take one lecture. Take one lecture, take 2 lectures, take 10 lectures. After that, whatever problems you are finding, getting from students and as from your side, write down on paper, give it to administration. They will definitely take it in positive way. Instead of, before starting anything, sir, students don't have mobile, students don't have internet connection, I don't have this. So just keep those things aside and work on it. You will see the results in better way. Okay, fine. Now, what is this online mode of teaching, learning, evaluation? We all are familiar with our physical classroom. It is similar. Only thing is virtual. Everything is virtual. So we know that how to prepare online lecture. In physical classroom, we have blackboard and whiteboard, pen, marker, all those things. So in online, when it comes to online lecture, you can prepare your presentation just like how I prepared, or you can take the help of digital notes taking, which I will discuss, so that directly you can take lecture as of you are writing on blackboard. You can start writing here in front of your students. Then, what are the digital platforms we can connect with our students? Here we have connected with Google Meet. Zoom is very good and it is way more famous. Zoom has, I personally like Zoom than Google Meet, but I am using Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is one of the best possible and more secure. Many colleges, teachers may be here, many college principals may be here. What I suggest to you is that Microsoft is providing their Teams or Microsoft Office 365 A1 plan for colleges and institutions, completely free. One can sign up, and once you sign up, you can you don't require anything else. Only Microsoft is sufficient for education. Okay, and also you can use OBS, as I use my OBS in my lectures. Then what are all the different learning management systems? Because in physical classroom we take exams, everything most of the time happen in classroom. But when it comes to online, we have to connect with our students through distance. So Microsoft Teams has a class also. Google Classroom is there. Edmodo we use from last 2 years. Edmodo, I suggest Edmodo. It is completely free, and many people may be knowing Moodle. I have given a one hour talk on Moodle also. Within 1 hour, one can start using Moodle. Edmodo, Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, anything one can start using, but at least use anyone. You can start with Edmodo or Moodle or Google Classroom. Okay. Then next thing is how we can conduct exams. What are the different tools available to conduct exams? Is Google Forms, everybody know it. It is more popular for everything from registration to exams, quizzes. All they use Google Forms. But for mathematics, I don't suggest Google Forms because Google Forms doesn't support mathematics. People may be saying, or they will reply me after some time, sir, no, Google Forms support mathematics. You can insert math into Google Forms, but that is not directly mathematics. You are actually inserting an image. So you can insert an image. Why only mathematics? You can insert anything as an image. Okay. Whereas Microsoft Forms supports mathematics. So you can type mathematics equations, anything using Microsoft Forms, which is also completely free. So I will discuss sometime. I will give demonstration of Microsoft Forms, and there is one test mode. It is a free version is there as well as paid version is there. If you can pay $25, means approximately 2,000 rupees. If we can pay 2,000 rupees, then Testmos is one of the best available, not even Microsoft Forms. Microsoft Forms are free. But Testmos, if you can pay 2,000 rupees, then it is one of the best. I can say I have used it. I have account, paid account. 1 minute, if I want to say, suppose you have 50 questions in your Testmos. Out of 50 questions, you want to give 25 questions randomly to each student. It is possible in Testmos, which is not possible in Microsoft or Google Forms. That means each student will get randomly 25 questions out of 50 questions. Okay, so when they are taking exam, different online platform, different places, then it is not possible to call their his friends and ask, tell question number 1, question number 3, and so on, because there is a chance that different questions will be given to different students, right? That is possible in Testmos. So even if a college purchase one for every school, that means every department one they purchase, all exams they can conduct from that one login ID Testmos. And there are so many advantages are there. Students cannot copy text, they cannot right click, they cannot do such things. Is available in Testmos. Personally, I like, but it is not even costly. It is just 2,000 rupees per 1 year yearly plan. So that one can look into it. Then YouTube, because for me YouTube is my teacher. I have learned so many things in YouTube from these 4 months. Before that, I used to learn, especially whenever I have difficulty in mathematics. I used to follow some educational videos, some experts where I can get my doubts clear. So, and especially nowadays, because of this online teaching, YouTube is one of your best teacher. One can say it gives everything. Only you should need some patience and interest to learn. Okay, fine. This is the entire view of what is online mode of teaching things. Now we go to two important things. One, how you will write something, because mathematics teachers have to write a lot of things. Without Blackboard, it is impossible to take lectures, mathematics in physical classroom. So we require something to write when we are taking online lectures. So for that, OneNote is there. OneNote is offered by Microsoft Teams, which anyone can start using. It is actually far better than a normal notebook. It is a digital notebook. You can call it as a 3-ring binder. Okay, so it is just like a file, your notebook, and inside you will have some tabs, and inside you will have pages and so on. Okay, so whoever know for maintaining some good files, they understand this terminology very easily. Okay, so you can have your entire lecture notes in the form of a digital book, where organized properly, sections wise, unit wise, pages wise, lecture wise, whatever you want to do, you can do it on OneNote. So many advantages are there. If you start using OneNote, I tell you, you never ever required anything else for writing your notes. Okay, these are all, as I said, sections and pages you can organize. And pen, it supports, you can draw anything, you can write anything. It supports pen. For example, I will show you that pen just in a second. Once you have that pen and once you have this OneNote, you don't require anything else. You can simply log into your class with your students. You can start writing. You can take lectures. Professor Kumaresan may be knowing it. From last 2 months, he has more than 70 lectures, video lectures he has prepared. What he did is, with the help of some pen tablet and writing, Journal++ he used. With that, he has taken successfully, very nicely, mathematics lectures. Okay, at the age of 70, right? So we can take even more lectures with the help of these two. Then, what is the advantage of this one is, which doesn't have others? It automatically synchronizes, and you can access from your mobile, you can access from your laptop, or if you go somewhere else, from browser also you can access. You don't need to carry this file anywhere else. It will be automatically synchronized. Just like in Google Drive, Microsoft also has OneDrive. It will be there always in your OneDrive. You can go and download anywhere you want. Okay. You can suppose assume that I have this PDF file. I have prepared some key points, and I want to explain based on those key points. Then annotation is possible in OneNote. You can insert your PDF file there. There will be a lot of spaces available to write also. You can highlight, you can explain in detail more topics with the help of PDF file. Okay, you can insert any images, you can insert audio, video files. Everything is possible in this OneNote. Not only that, you can search. Suppose you have a large book. Assume that you have a notebook. Searching something on physical notebook is very, very difficult. Whereas here, you just type some keywords. It will search even from images, whatever you have inserted, even whatever you have written, handwritten. If it can recognize properly, it can search that also. Okay, and you can share your OneNote with your students, with your teachers for collaboration. For example, assume that students are solving some problems. So students can solve and share with among others. One can write, one can edit. So it is very, very convenient. You can share with anyone for collaboration purpose. Okay, this is very, very useful. Especially it creates among students very healthy environment if they start using it properly. And what else? Our India or many people or anyone, we require many things completely free. So OneNote is completely free. Anyone can use it. You just have to sign up for free with an account. That's all. This is the brief introduction about OneNote. I will show the demonstration. Then this is the image of OneNote, my particular image, whatever I have taken. You can see here there is a notebook is written here. Okay, that is the title. So you can have n number of notebooks in OneNote. Suppose you are teaching 3 subjects, you can have 3 notebooks. Okay, then below to that notebook, whatever you have below, those things are sections. Right now I am teaching unit 1, so you can see that unit 1 is there. After some time, unit 2 will be there, unit 3 will be there, like that. Then for each unit 1, this side, whatever you are having here, they are called pages. Okay, so it is denoted, divided into 3 things: notebooks, sections, and pages. Remember, this page means it is not just one page. You can assume page means I can write. I have written here as lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, like that. So my page 1 is lecture 1, my page 2 is lecture 2, like that. Okay, so you can organize your lecture wise. So whenever you want to show to your students something which is discussed earlier, want to recall that, immediately you can go here and show them and come back to your lecture again. This is one of the best software I liked, and I'm using it for notes taking, OneNote. Okay, it is also available for Linux. Whoever having Linux operating system, that is also available. One can download OneNote, but you have to do it some work for that. It is not directly available. Then why I want to emphasize on Microsoft Forms, free, especially because mathematics, as I said, in Google Forms, it is not possible to type mathematics. You have to insert as an image. That doesn't make sense for a teacher. Okay, so they are in compared to Google Forms, Microsoft Forms are recently introduced, just 2018 or beginning of 2019 they are available. Okay, they have very useful questions, and you can lock some questions when you are using shuffling. For example, in Google Forms, when you use shuffle option, your name of the student will come as a 5th question or 10th question, something like that. Okay, so some questions which are not related to subject, but they are related to student related, those questions we can lock, which is very, very good and make more sense. Google Forms, because we have seen regularly, daily, so many forms, those themes are very boring. Every form looks similar. Whereas in Microsoft Forms, there are plenty of variety themes are available. You can create your own theme also. It looks so interesting when you share some Microsoft form with somebody else. And this I already explained. It supports math equation, math support, equation editor, whoever know about Windows, MS Word, then equation editor, whoever know about LaTeX, it also supports LaTeX version in quiz mode. Okay. Then this is one of the things which I want to tell. Sharing and analysis of responses is very, very easy here. You can download as a PDF file. You can share with that as with anyone with just a link. Okay, that is very, very most useful, which is not that much straightforward in Google Forms. Google Forms, downloading analysis in the form of graphs and all, it is not that easy. Okay, but in Microsoft Forms, you can download once you take an exam. You can immediately, after students submitted, within seconds, you can download the analysis. Even you can share with all your students with a link. You can also set directly time limit. For example, you want to give half an hour, you can give it. If you want to give 1 hour, you can give it. It is possible. Okay, that is about Microsoft Forms. Now, before going to our demonstration, which one or two are there, what are all softwares we required for our online lecture? If you want to record lectures, you can take it in two ways. One is you record your online lecture and share with your students. Whenever they have doubts, they can contact with you. So if you want to record your lecture, you can use Open Broadcaster software, OBS, which is completely free. You can record how much time you want. There is no limitation at all. Also, you can do live streaming. Suppose assume that I want to take lecture on YouTube or Facebook where n number of participants can attend. So I can do live streaming freely without any problem on using this Open Broadcast software. When I have conducted 9,000 participants faculty development program, all my lectures, whatever live interactions, I did through OBS only without spending any rupee. Whoever having problem with Open Broadcast software, OBS, then they can use, there is a Loom, 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 which is having free version as well as pro version. Whoever having educational email IDs, pro version is free for them. Okay? Even if that is not working, you can use Flashback Express free version. This is also you can start recording your lecture. So these three things are useful for recording your lecture and sharing with your students. Then OneNote or Journal++, you can use it for writing with the help of pen tablet. Okay. If you want to edit something, suppose in between something happened, you want to cut something, or you want to add beginning or end some other things, then you can use OpenShot, Shortcut. It is not RT, it is Shortcut. Or even Microsoft has built-in video editor, which is very, very useful. It is completely free. You can use those things. Then most of the time when we record our lecture, video size is too much, 1 GB, 900 MB like that. So using Handbrake free software, one can reduce our size directly from 1 GB to 400, 500 MB without losing any quality. Quality will be maintained, but size will be reduced. It is very useful. I use this personally. Then if you have edited and all, you can share it, you can upload it on YouTube, or you can share it with your students through Google Drive or something. Okay. Then if you want to use any learning management system, which I already mentioned, you can use Moodle, okay, Edmodo, Google Classroom, or Microsoft Teams. Anything you can start using so that you can always connect with your students. For example, after my lecture, immediately I have Edmodo. I will share my PDF as well as video with my students on Edmodo. I will post assignments on Edmodo so that they will reply. Okay. Now, what are the links? Yes, most of the time, many people know the names, but it is difficult to find exact links because people, there are n number of different softwares are available. Sorry. Just a second. Yes. For example, many people ask, sir, which pen tablet we have to purchase? See, pen tablet you have to purchase, you can't get anything anywhere freely. So this pen tablet you have to purchase. I have given a link here. I will share this PPT with all of you. You can just click that, you will go to it. And it is the best one currently available. Around 6,800 rupees. You will get it from Amazon. Most of the places they will deliver it. Then if at all you want your audio to should be recorded more properly and you are standing somewhat far away from your computer or laptop, then you can buy this microphone around 1,000 rupees or 900 rupees, you will get it. These two are only required. Even many people don't require. If you have your earphones, that is more than sufficient. Okay. Then OneNote, whoever having Windows 10, for them OneNote is already pre-installed. No need to install it. But you whoever having Windows 7, 8 or something, then they can download. I have given this link from their official website and you can install. OneNote will work. And OBS Windows 64 version, this is the latest version. I have given a link here. And Windows 32-bit version is here. That also one can start using it. And Loom, as I said, Loom, you can use it. So I have given link for Loom. Then Flashback Recorder and Handbrake to reduce your size. These are the links which are very, very useful. You will get it straight away, all these tools, whatever we require. Before going to my live, because most of the time, no matter how much time we go with these PPTs, we have to show live, then people understand. So before going that, I request all the teachers and students. I have designed recently a course on Udemy. Many people may be knowing it, and here is a link I have provided. It's a small amount because sometimes it is not always not possible to go free. To grow ourselves, we have to go with some other thing. So around 350 rupees, one can pay it. Then you will get a certificate from Udemy, and you will learn many things I have explained there. I will also be creating some new courses. Of course, I have my YouTube channel where around 8,700 teachers, most of them are connected. I keep on updating some videos. Whatever is there on my YouTube, it is completely free. Okay, whatever is there on other platforms, they may be some chargeable, but you should support me in that way also, right? And we also have some Telegram. More than 8,000 teachers are there in our Telegram. You can join Telegram group so that you will get every time some useful information. Okay, so you subscribe my YouTube channel so that and you join our Telegram, whether you purchase Udemy or not. But these two you can do it. It is not a problem, right? Or you can mail me if you have any difficulties through mail or mobile. If whenever you want to send me message instead of calling. Then as today is Happy Teachers Day, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, his beautiful quote is, knowledge gives us power and love gives us fullness. Okay, so this one part of presentation is concluded. What we will do now is we will go for a live demonstration. Yes. Hello.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Can you share these links in chat box also, sir? Can you share?
Which one?
These links
what
you are showing in PPT. PPT, sir. You are showing in PPT.
I will share that PPT. Yes. Yes. I will share that PPT.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank
definitely,
you so
I will share the PPT. Now we will see some live demonstrations. That is most important. Okay. So for that, let me yes. So let me open my OneNote. Okay. So can you see my OneNote now? Whatever you are having here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So yes. So you can see here. This semester I am teaching lattice theory. Okay. So here lattice theory and unit 1 is there. First day I have taken some syllabus and I have started. Here I have inserted my PDF file, and after that I have explained something. Then my next class, I have gone through the introduction and what are all the things are available. Yep. Then you can see that I have lecture 1. I have organized name, I have given name, and I have taken. This is not just one page. It is an infinite scrolling. Okay. How much you want to write, you can keep on scrolling like this. It will be going through that. Then lecture 2, lecture 3. So, okay. So if I want to explain my students, suppose my lecture is this congruence lattice. Okay. When I want to explain something about there is a result which we have discussed last class. Okay. Instead of keep on repeating that one, I can simply, for example, I want to show this is the congruence relation. So to show congruence relation, I can tell my students, you can see that last class we have discussed about congruence relation. Then this is the result, which is an equivalence relation for equivalent condition for congruence relation. So we can just show them for a second. They will clearly understand, okay, these 3 points we are going to prove it. If we want to prove it, something is a congruence relation. Then go back to your lecture. They will follow it easily, which is not possible in physical classroom. Once it is erased, you have to read it again, right? So whenever, even when you are discussing unit 2, but some result you want to recall from unit 1, it is available. You can go and show to your students. They will understand better. Okay. So whenever you want to add some page, for example, tomorrow I want to take some lecture. So I will add a page here. Then I can give name here. I can write lecture, for example, 11, and I will write some topic, whatever I want. I can put it here, right? And I can start writing things, and it will be visible, it will be auto saved. Okay, it saves automatically. You no need to save it separately, right? Now, what are all the features are available here? I will show it. Then I will come to this pen tablet, how we are writing it. Okay. Now, if you go here, I'll just tell you how you can create a new notebook. Okay. So if you click on this, first time when you open with your email ID here, just like for me, Lattice Theory is there, for you some email ID will be there. You click on this drop down button. So once you drop down button, you can see that there is an add notebook button. I have some Lattice Theory. I also have demo. Why I use this demo purpose? Whenever I want to practice something before my lecture, I want to practice something. Now I don't need any paper and pen. I go here. I will take some. I will write down this. Okay. So that I don't need to write it on paper separately. I can write everything. I can practice it. Then once my class is ready, I can select my another notebook, which is Lattice Theory, and I will be explaining. Okay. So you can use for your practice also here by giving another name for that. So how we will create notebook? You go here. Okay. So you can have more notebooks. Right now I have two things. One is Lattice Theory and demo. If I want to create, you click on this add notebook. Okay. So give the title of add notebook. I will say suppose demo OneNote. Okay. Our next this semester I will also be teaching complex analysis. So I'll write complex analysis. Then click on create notebook. Once you click on that, it will say creating, and within seconds it will create the notebook. Depending on our internet connection. Okay. I have connected through mobile network, so it may be little, just takes time, but otherwise it creates very easily. Then once our book is created, then we can create sections, and then we can create pages. We can start writing them. Yes. So now, just a second. It's my internet. Just a second. Okay, so right. So you can see that this complex analysis notes is created. Okay. So you can see here complex analysis notes is created. Now new section 1 name is there, untitled page is there. That means sections you can add and pages you can add. So these things you can understand on your own way. How I will understand, sections means you can call it like chapters or units. Then pages means you can call it like lecture wise, day 1 lecture, day 2 lecture, day 3 lecture, like that. So I will give section name. I will rename it. I can right click and rename it. Suppose I will write here unit 1, and if at all any name is there for unit, you can write it. Okay. Then suppose I will write here complex numbers. Okay. This is my unit 1 is created, and this untitled page I'll write lecture 1, okay, introduction. Then, so after that, if you want to add, you can add. These sections are meant for chapters or whatever units. So once you finish your unit 1, you can create your section. It is not a problem. Suppose I'll add here. I'll write here unit 2, okay, analytic functions. I'm just writing something. Okay. Then in this also you can start adding pages. Here, if you want to add page, you can add page here. Then type here lecture 2. How many pages you want, you can add n number of pages, unlimited you can add. Remember, there pages means not just as a page. Page means you can remember as a one lecture. So in that you can keep writing anything you want. You can start writing. Scrollable, it is infinitely scrollable. Okay. Now, these are the features. You have created a notes, and you have created a section, you have created a page. Now how we will write? Once we have a pen, so I hope you can see this is a pen here. Let me see whether I can I will try to explain you. So this is the pen tablet, whatever you are having here. I hope you can see, right? Can somebody tell whether you can able to see this pen tablet or not? I'm moving here and there.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just moving, sir. Moving here and there.
Yes. So this is this 8-inch pen tablet, a black one, and it is a nice tablet type, very easy to carry. Then whatever you are seeing here, you can see that this is the pen tab. I can take to some camera here. This is a pen. It is just like a mouse. You can use it like a mouse also. Very easy to hold, a nice pen. One can use it. It is easy to hold also. Okay. Then yes. So people ask how we will write a pen, whether we have to write it on the screen or where we have to write it. What we have to do is we have to write here on this tab, whatever space they have given. If we start writing it here, and how we have connected to our laptop or pen, this is through USB cable. So you can see that there is a cable here. Here. Okay. This I have connected. Yes. Here. Okay. So you just connect to your laptop or mobile. Even mobile also you can connect. If whoever not having computer, you want to take lectures, if you have a pen tablet, you can take it, because OneNote is available for mobile also. So if you just purchase some 7,000 rupees, then you don't require laptop. You can take lectures directly. You can connect your pen tablet to mobile also. For smartphone, it supports. Only a small USB connector for 50 rupees you have to purchase it. Okay. Once you purchase that, you can do things. Now let me write here. You can see that here I will start writing. How we will write in this OneNote? If you go to this draw, so there is an option called draw. You click on this draw. Once we click on this draw, there will be different pen color options are available. Okay, you can select any pen you want, and suppose I will select this red. You can different sizes are there. Thickness is there. You can select whichever thickness you want. You can take that. Okay, and you can start writing here. Whenever you want to make it screen bigger, your screen. If you click on this books, that is the navigation symbol, it will hide navigation so that you will get lot of space. Okay. Now you can see that I will start writing. Good morning. My table is a little shaky, so good morning all. I can write here Happy Teachers Day. So you can see that I am not looking my computer this tab also, because there is a lot of spaces available, so I don't need to look on whether I am going outside or not. So we will discuss about suppose complex numbers, how a complex number look like. It is a set you can denote just like a plus ib, where a and b are any real numbers, right? You can see that now I am scrolling, so it is going up. So the moment you think that it is closed, it is not meaning that your page is ended. You can start using infinite scrollable. Okay, and whenever you want, you can change your color, because sometimes using some different colors makes our interesting lecture. And you can change the tip size also. This is 1 mm, 0.5 mm, like that. This is little larger. You can see now whatever I will write, this is little thicker. Okay, and within 2-3 days, you can start writing your lectures very smoothly. And what you have here is a highlighter. If you want, you can highlight anything while explaining, so that students will understand, right? Any mathematical symbol you can start writing. It is not at all a difficult one. Let me write something. Suppose I want to show that I will draw a picture. Okay. My pictures are not so good. 0, 1, A, B, I will write, right? A meet B is infimum of, because I am teaching, so I can explain these things very easily, right? Whatever you write here, you can write so fast also. I can write faster than what I usually write on Blackboard, because there will be friction. In OneNote, it is very, very smooth. Whatever you want to write, you can write A meet B meet C is A meet B meet C. This content is not important. Yes?
Sorry, you.
Yes.
Sorry to disturb you. Can you tell the
Yes.
price of this pen tablet?
You will get it for around 6,800 from Amazon. I have given that link. You can after end of session I will show by directly opening Amazon also. No problem.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. So you can for a mathematics teacher, if this is available, as I said, this one pen tablet is available, and OneNote one can get it freely. You can take lectures without any difficulty. People say that, sir, taking online lectures mathematics is very difficult. It is not at all difficult. If you are going to write on a blackboard, you can write it sitting your home or sitting at office. You can start writing it. Suppose I want to solve my students integration, this one, right? You can immediately start writing things. It is not at all a problem. And students will understand. Let me tell you, students will understand even far better, okay, than normal regular one, because you can insert images. You can start using it, start exploring things. For example, I want to now insert something, and I will explain that. So how I will do it. Assume that you have prepared some PPT. You want to make save some time. So you have prepared a PPT, like type the problem, type the definition, but you want to explain more. Then you can insert that. You go to this insert option, click on that insert button. Then what you will see here is printout. So you click on this printout. Okay. Once you click on this printout, it will ask which is the file you want to insert, right? So you can insert anything. For example, whatever PPT just now I have put it, I will open this one. Okay. Then within seconds it will open that PPT. You can see that it's saying inserting printout. Because it is a larger file, it took little time. After that, it inserts here. There is that. So any PPT you can prepare, you can make it as a PDF file, and you can insert here, and you can start explaining that. Yes, you can see here. Now, for example, this PPT I have given somewhere else. So you can increase this size if you want. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller, whichever, so that you have a lot of space here to write it also. Now I can take my pen. I go to draw and I will select my pen. Okay. If I want, I can highlight something. Suppose I want to highlight this on this PDF itself, right? I can highlight it. Or if I want to explain something else, I can take my pen here, even though it is not mathematics. But suppose assume that this is your theorem statement. You have written. You want to write a clear explanation of proof. You can start writing here, and you can share this with your student as it is. Whatever you have did, you can share it with your students. It is going to be useful. If at all any, I usually have any mathematics notes. Let me insert that so that it makes more sense.
Sir, your video is a little blurred, sir.
Little blur?
Yes,
Just a second.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Not
maybe,
very clear. Not showing clearly.
maybe I will. Okay.
Just no, sir.
Yes, sir.
Earlier
Earlier is okay, sir. Just no. After PDF, you are showing no at that time.
okay. So let me change my settings to 720 higher resolution. Remember, in OneNote, with the help of mouse also, you can start highlighting, you can start ticking something and underlining. with mouse also we can do it, but usually mouse it is not possible to write fast and clear. So we require pen tablet. But most of the time, if you want to just highlight something, okay, so this may be now visible, but otherwise you just open it. So you can start writing anything. It is not a problem. What you have to do is you can insert any picture, you can insert any PDF file, and you can explain on that very easily. It is not at all a difficult one. Okay, right. So is there any question related to this OneNote and pen tablet so that we can go to next one?
Sir, actually it is online direct platform, sir. OneNote, on OneNote we can take the
OneNote is a OneNote, for example, in Windows, if you try searching in OneNote, okay, for Windows 10, it is already available here as an app, desktop version.
Okay, sir.
Windows 10. Okay, and Windows 7 or Windows 8, they have to just install it. It is not pre-installed. I have given that link. They have to go their website and install it. Then it is a internet connection is required. If internet connection is not there, it will save offline. Whenever we have connected to internet, at the time, it will synchronize automatically. Okay, so now right now it is synchronized. So up to now, whatever I have did it, if I open from my mobile, I can see it. If I open on any laptop, I can see it. You can see on this top right corner here, it says page synchronized status. Okay, so that is yeah. You can see that it is page synchronized. So within seconds, it will start synchronizing. It will save automatically. Okay, and you don't require to save anything. If at all, after taking lecture, you want to take printout of this. You want to send to your students. So simply press Ctrl P. Once you press Ctrl P, only thing what I have observed is when we take as a printout of PDF file, the quality of that whatever we have written is reduced. But that is fine. You can still people can understand and they can write it. So somehow that is one of the drawback I have seen when we try to take the printout PDF file. So that image whatever we have written, that is not that much clear. Here you can see that you can take printout of current page, current section, current notebook. Current page means whatever I have written now, that I can take it. That is initially 7 pages. So whatever lecture now I have explained, it is 7 pages. Okay. Current section means my entire sections will be there. That much I can take printout. Current entire notebook also I can take printout. So this is possible and you can share with your students as a PDF file. Right? Whether you want any other doubts here?
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Sir, can you please demonstrate live how you are streaming using OBS and how the webcam capture and the tablet?
Yes. I'll coming to that OBS. First, in this OneNote and using this pen tablet, whether you have anyone else having doubts, because we go step by step. It is not a problem.
Sir, in OneNote, actually I bought XP Pen, sir. XP Pen, is it, we can apply that XP Pen to in OneNote?
Yes. See, OneNote is, you can write, some people mute it. So you can write it with using any pen. No problem whether it is a Wacom or whether it is a XP Pen. As I said, you can write using the help of mouse also. Let me write here in front of all of you. I will try to write with the mouse. Now I am writing with my mouse. Okay, you can see that I am writing with my mouse. But writing mouse doesn't make much clearly visible. I can put it tick mark, cross mark, okay, underline. I can draw some triangle. These things we can manage with our mouse. But everything is not possible to manage with mouse. So we require some pen, digital pen. So no matter which company is there, all pen tablets support can be written on OneNote or any other virtual platform. Even Journal++ also you can write it. I request whoever talking, you please mute your speaker so that others won't disturb.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I want to ask one question, sir.
Yes.
Myself, I am asking about the statistical method, sir.
What?
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
I am asking about the statistical method. Can we draw the
what?
Statistical method?
What you want to draw?
graphical presentation of graphs. Is it possible in OneNote?
See, suppose you want to draw. Yes, you want to draw graph, or you already have that you want to put it.
I want to draw the graph.
That you can see, for example, you can take symbols here. You can draw it here. Okay. Then you can take here and, for example, graph is there. Okay. Then if I put it here, it comes like XY graph. You can have 3-dimensional also. If you put it, a 3-dimensional graph will come. You can take shapes. Any shape you want, you can use it. And you can take the colors. You can start rising. For example, you want to draw some graph of y is equal to x square, right? Then I will take this and I will try to put it. My graph is not so good. Suppose like this, right? Then you take the other color and you try to highlight it. This is the area, right? This is the area which we want to find out from A to B. I'm just moving so fast, but you can do it anything. For example, you have already an image. You can insert that image below and you can start explaining that. You go to insert and you can insert and pictures. Okay? You can insert equation. You can insert any math also if you want. It can also solve the this math and all may not be available for all free users. For institutional user, this math will be available. Okay. So if whether your question is answered, that any statistical, you can see that here rural lines. If you want, you can put it here. If you want to grid one, you can put it like grid box. Then you can draw. Can you see grid now? Whatever I have did it here.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. I can see.
Yes, you can see the grid is there. You can go to view and you can change whichever type of you want. Whether you want lines with margin or bigger lines, whatever you want, you can select. I usually prefer none, so I take this none one and so on.
It's okay, sir. But hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes.
Sir. I am talking about the bar graph, line graph, or the pie chart. That is it possible to draw here also in OneNote? That is my question.
No. See, suppose you have Excel sheet. Okay. In your Excel sheet, you have a data, and from that you have generated a graph. Okay. So while taking lecture, you explain. You can open an Excel sheet here. Any Excel sheet, you open your current Excel sheet. You try to explain them. And after getting that picture there, if you want, you can take that picture and put it here. Okay. So while taking lecture, you can use anything whichever you want. Not necessarily you have to do it everything on your OneNote app itself, right?
Okay.
This.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any
sir.
other questions from, especially because you want to know how to write, or how you want to know, just like somebody asked, how we can put it.
So how OneNote can open in Microsoft, like we're teaching in Microsoft Teams. So can OneNote open in there directly, like you're doing in OBS? We don't want to do in OBS. I want to do it with Microsoft Teams.
Microsoft Teams. I take my lectures using Microsoft Teams only. You can share because it is a window. So you open your OneNote and minimize it. Then if you are taking a lecture on Microsoft Teams, or whether you are taking lecture on Zoom, you just give options, share the screen. In that share the screen, it will be, you can select this OneNote. There will be a window option available. You can select that so that students will see it. And whatever you write, they will see it. So you can share the screen.
OneNote works with your Blackboard only, the tablet and that pen, it works only with that, or there is any other option, a cheaper option rather than 6,000? Because sir, when pandemic will get over, that that tablet won't be of any help. So if we purchase it right now,
even you can draw. Suppose if you can give to your childrens, they can start drawing something. They can paint it. This is not just, and you can develop your e-content after even pandemic also. You can take lectures using these tools. Suppose you have a projector, you have connected, and because this saves your notes instead of writing on paper. You can write it, you can prepare your own notes every day using this OneNote, and you can keep it, you can share with your students.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This tool is going to be useful for ever, I am saying, not just for this lockdown. Even if you are taking a physical classroom lecture, you can share these notes with your students. In class only highlight, you can highlight some things.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good
Yes,
morning,
madam.
sir.
Yes.
So, do this pen tablet and XP pen have same features or any extra applications in any one of these?
Usually this Wacom is a Japan company one, which is most trusted one. So usually it lasts long. It usually works without any problem. But XP also it is one is 6,500, other one is 6,800. So usually functionality there won't be much, and whatever they show it on that pen tablet, you can cut, copy, paste from there. Don't go for such things. You take a plain one because you will have mouse, you will have everything. You can operate from there. Operating from tab, that pen tablet itself is not so good.
Oh, okay, sir. Is there any applications which converts mathematical written equations to typed one?
Here you can do it here. I can show you here. For example, if you start writing something here, I'll take the other page. So I'll write here integration. So I should write clearly 1 to write okay, x square dx. Then I can select this using. I'll select this one. I will write here into shape. Once I click on this into shape, it will try to recognize as a mathematics and it will type here, put it as a typed one. Into text.
Sir, we cannot see your screen, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, sir.
Sir, screen is not visible, sir.
Okay, now it might be visible, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So here, for example, I will write. I'll write here x square minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. If I want to convert this into math, then I can select this one and you click on this math. So you can see here, I hope you can see that x square minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So if you want to put it here, then if you click on this into math, it will be displayed here. You can increase the font size if you want. You go to home, then select this to 20 suppose. So you can see that whatever I have written earlier, it is now saved to as a typed one. Okay. Not only this, you can also ask to solve for x. If I say, then it says that the current equation does not have any real solution. So if I change this one, okay, suppose I change this to 3, then if I ask to solve that equation, it will also show the step by step. It also shows the graph also. Suppose if I want graph in 2D, then it will display graph of that this one, and you can insert on page. Are you able to see this one? So let me write one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it is like a OneNote is just like I can say ocean. If you start exploring, you will learn many things, and as I said, you never go back. So let me write x square minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay. So I want to convert this into math. You select this and click on this math symbol. It is identified. Now you can click on select any action. Suppose if I say graph in 2D, you got this one. How much it is, whether it is clear or not, because x is equal to 2 and x is equal to plus 2 and minus 2, right? So that's why you got. And if you click say insert,
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, screen is clear, but we cannot see the left part of the screen.
Left part or right?
Math part of the screen. For us, it is right part, sir. For me, it is right part.
X square minus 4, that one?
No, sir. The math portion, sir.
Now? This x square minus.
No, sir. Whatever is written by you, that is clearly visible.
It is visible.
But whatever is being written, yes, by the software, that is not visible.
That is because it is little.
Fix it and graphing.
Because it is little.
A small window.
So you can make it bigger and make it change color and so on.
No.
Then you can.
No problems.
Sir, one more thing. I heard that there are some applications in which when we write the equation of curves, it draws the curve. So can you explain about that?
What is meant?
If we write the equation, it will give the graph of the curve.
That is what I have shown here, right? X square. Just you tell me some equation. For example,
y equal to x square.
Y is equal to x square. Okay. I'll write y. So let me write properly so that it recognizes. First, we should write properly. Y is equal to x square. Okay. So I'll select this.
Yeah.
I'll select this with that selecting. So then you give this math. Y is equal to x square. Can you see this right side? Y is equal to x square. Let me zoom it.
Yes, sir.
So whatever you have written, that is y is equal to x square here. Now you have an action. Select an action. So you click on that select an action. You have solve for x, solve for y, graph in 2D. So if I click on graph in 2D, you can see that graph has come. Can you see this graph?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now I will click on this insert on page. So this has come on this page itself. Okay. I can, if I want, I can make it bigger. How much bigger I want, I can put it here. This I can explain. This is the graph of y is equal to x square. When you have three-dimensional objects, functions, it also gives this graph for 3D also. So for example, sphere or something, if you want to
copy paste.
Which one?
Sir, is it possible to copy paste the image?
Yeah. You can insert this. You go to insert. You can simply go to pictures and you can insert it. You can insert.
You can save it, no?
Yes. You can save it. You can insert this and you can save as. You can see that you can save as this as an image. After getting your graph, you can save it as a JPG file. So whatever graph you want to keep it as save, you can do it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So if there are no things, shall we go?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
The software is completely free, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we use pen tablet via mobile also?
Yes.
Like instead of using on laptop, can we connect pen tablet to a mobile?
Yes, I already explained. You require a small connector, USB connector. So you can connect that USB.
Okay.
One end you have to connect to that mobile, and the other end you connect to pen tablet. And most of the mobiles supports whichever OTG supports. OTG connection may be knowing. So whichever OTG supports, those mobiles supports this one.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Excuse me.
Hello, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Sir.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Speak one by one. Speak one by one. I am using especially earphones, so my. Yes.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes. Good morning.
Sir, I have a question. If we write any differential equation, can we get the solution directly without anything? Could you please show?
You can find. You can type any equation here. Okay. You tell me some equation. Suppose I'll write here some equations. Just x square minus
dy
4x.
by dx equals to.
So okay, tell me dy by dx.
Dy by dx is equal to x square minus 4x. X square minus 4x.
Okay, suppose this much. You want to find this. You select this much.
Yes.
Then you click on math. So x square minus 4x. So you can find here solve for x, solve for y. So it says this y belongs to R x. It gives. Okay. It is based on artificial intelligence (AI). So sometimes you may not get correct results. So we should not depend on that, but we can use it.
Okay.
So
yes. Audio.
Thank you.
Please mute your audio.
Yes, everybody. After you have you have finished talking, you can mute your mic again.
Sir, Prasanna sir,
I will share my PPT.
Your audio. Prasanna sir, please mute your audio. Prasanna Kumar Sapare, please mute your audio, please.
Sir, everyone, please try to mute yourself.
Srimati ma'am, please mute your audio.
Okay, so if these two, because these two.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Sorry, sir.
These two are most important. That's why we spend a lot of time. So if there are no questions here, shall we go to OBS or Microsoft Form? I will show Microsoft Form 5 minutes and I will show 5 minutes or 10 minutes of OBS. Is that okay? Or anyone have some?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, for as I said, in 1 or 1.5 hours, it is not possible to learn everything. Most of my videos are available on my YouTube. You can go and.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Which OneNote version are you using?
That latest version, Windows 10, whatever version is available. I think 2016, something like that is named is there. Office to Note 16.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Dear participants, we can take the question at the end of the session. Please let the speaker present and complete his session. Please let us have the question answer session at the end of the session, please.
Yes. Okay, no problem. So we will go to next one. Most important thing is Microsoft Forms. So I just show you how you can create I will show only one question. After that, you can go and learn many things. So go to Microsoft Forms. So going to Microsoft Forms, I'll go to web browser and simply type Microsoft Forms. So you click on this Microsoft Forms. Because I have already logged in, it may directly take to my login. Otherwise, it will ask login account. You can create your Microsoft account freely. Okay. So if you don't have earlier Microsoft account, you can create it freely. It is not a problem. Just like how you create your Gmail ID. So simply Microsoft account, you Google it in Microsoft account. So if I suppose go to Google, then type here Microsoft login. So once you click on this Microsoft login, you can see here it says sign in or create your account. So you can create freely this Microsoft account, either Outlook or Hotmail, or even with your Gmail also you can register. It's not a problem, but you should have an account. Once you have an account, you simply go to this Microsoft Forms, and once you click on form, it will ask to log in. Okay, just like Google Forms, how it is similar. So once you log in, what you see here is this is the layout, how it look like for Microsoft Forms. So whatever is available, it will show here. For example, I have taken quiz on commutative algebra and some other things. If you see here, for first time, what you will see in this is new form and new quiz. They have separately designed two things. One is new form and new quiz. So whenever we want to use math or quiz related, means we have to give marks and all. So we can select this new quiz. So we'll click on this new quiz. There's not much time is there, so I'm not elaborating many things. You click on this, you can give title, okay, math quiz. Then if you want, you can write a description. It's not a problem. Whenever you want to add a question, you click on this plus add new. Okay, if you click on this add new, what it will come here is this choice question, any text question, or rating, or date, and we also have some extra features. One is this file upload may not be available to everyone, free account. This sections, net promoter, like RT. This like RT is just like a matrix type. You have rows as well as columns, just like table type. Okay, these are the different questions available. One can use it. Suppose we want to select choice question, so I will click on this choice question. The moment I click on choice questions, here question automatically it gives numbering also, and options 1, option 2. If I want to add option 3, then you can see option 3. If I click on that, option 4, all these things will come. Then giving correct answer is also very easy in here. You can click on this. For example, if I say this one, this will be the correct answer. Okay, I can write comment also for that particular question so that students will see that, right? Now, where you want to use math. So if you want to type a normal question, you can directly type it. But if you, whenever you want to make that question as a math question, you have to go to this here. This is layout for every question. Okay, this multiple answers. So if you click on this multiple answers, then this you can now you can see that this has changed to square bracket. If I disable this, then this will be changed to radio buttons. So radio buttons are usually meant for single answer. Square buttons are meant for multi-correct answers. Okay. And whether student has to answer this question, you can say yes, then you make it required. Otherwise, you can leave it optional. But what is important is if you click on these symbols, the 3 dots, you will get, let me, for the time being, my video, I will put it up. Okay. So that now, if you click on this one, shuffle options will be there, math option will be there. Okay, so you click on this math option. Once we click on this math option, you can see here it says that enter an equation. So I'll write here, for example, solve the following equation. Okay, then what I will do here is, if you come here, enter an equation. So below to that, you will always have enter an equation dialog box. So you, on that dialog box, you click on this ABC. So if I click on this ABC, just a second. Where is that? So whether I have selected as a math. Okay, so I will click on this. The moment I click on that, you can see that this equation editor type has come. Equation editor has come. So if you want some numerator, denominator, fraction, square root, summation, all basic things, then you can directly use it from here. Okay, but if you want more advanced one, or whoever know LaTeX how to type, so you just click on this ABC and convert to it will change to 1, 2, 3. It will also change to ABC and so on. For example, I will for quickly I will write /int integration 1, 2. Okay. Integration 1, 3. Okay. X square. So whoever know LaTeX, you know what are these syntax. So I have typed this syntax. Then I'll click on this 1, 2, 3 again once again, so that you can see that now it is changed, integration 1, 2, 3 x square dx. Now the moment it types, because Microsoft Teams automatically suggests the results. You can see that suggested results 26 by 3, 59 by 6, 1, 175 by 13. And it also says which is the correct answer. So you don't need to type options separately, you click on add all. So once I click on add all, you can see that options are also typed and which is the correct one is also marked, which is the correct answer. So this much easy it is. You can type any mathematics and most of the time it also solves for you the solution and it also gives the other options. Okay, and but make sure that whether that is correct answer or not, because as a computer it may happen that there may be some wrong also. Sometimes it may not solve properly also, right? You can click on whatever you want to type, you can type it. Suppose one more question, I can start typing. If you know LaTeX, then you can use this Microsoft Forms very, very conveniently, easily also. Okay. So you can see that once you click on next question, it also give another question types also. Question, solve the following equation. If you want, you can add those things. Otherwise, you can remove it. You can close all those things. You can go to again as a choice question. Okay. And every time you select this math, it is already selected. So if you click on enter an equation, it will basically it will come here with if this much symbols. If your problem is solved, you can select it. Otherwise, you have to use LaTeX code. Anything, just I can write it here: x square or x power 4 minus 3x square. First, this should be in the form of slash, so x power 4 minus x square minus 1 is equal to 0. If I want to click on this, then it will be converted into this equation. It will says what are the values. You can see that it suggested all different values and it given. I can add all those things. It is done. So this much easily we can add equations, and this is called adding mathematics into questions, not adding as a image. Okay. So we have typed 2 questions. and we have given where we can give marks. Here, if you see this, there is a add point. Here points are there. So I will say, suppose this is for 2 marks, and earlier also this is for, I'll click on that. Once I click on that, there is an option here for giving points. I'll click, this is also 2 marks. So my quiz have two questions and total 4 marks. And whenever you type something, you want to see the preview, you can click on this preview button. So once you click on this preview button, where is that? Okay. Now the advantage is you can see preview from computer as well as mobile version also. If you click on this mobile version, how it looks like in mobile, you can check this, right? So you can see that these are all actually look like mathematics typed one, not just inserted as the images, right? So student can easily understand. And you can also tell them, students, if they put it in landscape mode, it looks even better. Okay, horizontal and landscape mode also one can see it. And in computer, if everything is fine, you can close this preview, you can go back and you can start sending things. And themes, you can quickly select themes. I can select whatever theme I want. Okay. There are nice, beautiful themes are available. Now, how you can send? So you click on this share button. Once you click on this share button, anyone with this link can respond. So anyone can attempt this quiz, and you copy this link and you can save it anywhere. You can send it to any person you want. Okay. Suppose I post in this web browser, then you can see that what it will come. So it's just like you can see math quiz started, and I can start submitting this thing. Okay, so quizzes you can prepare very, very easily using Microsoft Forms, and you can also generate QR code if necessary. It generates QR code also. You can give this image to anyone. They can once they scan this QR code. That means if you are preparing a registration form, you can generate QR code along with this form also. Okay, you can mail them. You can put it as a HTML embedded code. All these things you can see it. During my explanation, I said that the analysis is very, very easy here. So for that, for example, I'll show here in our workshop, we have taken feedback after the workshop. So around 4,200 people have given their responses. So you can see that how nicely that response we can see it. So there are 4,252 responses for our workshop. Okay. So you can, for each and every question, it generates. You can see that the objectives of the FDP were clearly stated. How many people have agreed and what is the number as well as graph. So it will show each and everything this way. Okay. Different colors, different types of charts, automatically it will select. And if you want to download here, this is very, very easy to download. Please mute your
participants, please mute yourself. Participants, please mute yourself. You are disturbing the session.
Yes. So as I said, downloading response is very, very easy. You go to this 3 horizontal button under response tab. Then you will have print summary, get a summary link. So if you click on get a summary link, that summary link web link will be created. Then you can share with, suppose I will click on get a summary link. Okay. Then this link is created. I will copy it. Then I can post it anywhere. For example, I will show it on this web. I will open it here. That means I can share with anyone. It is the proof that we have not created. It is created by Microsoft Office. And we are sharing that link with anyone. For example, after this program, you can share your feedback with anyone with this link. Okay. Yes, you can see that everything is there. And we can also take as a PDF file. It will be as it is. But it is not the case with the form of Google Forms. You have to take that graph and paste it separately and take the printout, all those things. But means within a second, you can download your feedback analysis, no matter how many students have responded. Yes. And you can also take the print, right? This is quick, very, very quick introduction about Microsoft Forms. Especially it is useful if you have mathematics, but any teacher can use it. Just like Google Form, how one can use it, anyone can use it. Whoever having Microsoft account, they have some far better advantages. Only their students can take the exam. Only one time they can take the exam. They can upload the files. All such things are available for Microsoft, whoever having educational email ID. Okay, fine. Now we come to the last one, which many people are asking, that OBS, how you use OBS. So simply go to OBS. In 5 minutes, I will explain how you can just go through it. OBS. You can download Windows, Mac, Linux. So you just click on Windows. The latest version is 25.0.8. Okay, and it is around 70 MB file. You can download it. I have given the links in browse my PDF file. It also works on 32 MB also. People think that it works only on 64-bit or it works only on Windows 10. It also works in Windows 8, Windows 7 also it works. Okay, but for you have to select whether it is a 32-bit version or 64-bit version. I have given links for both versions. So you just click on that. It is a exe file. If I click on this, it will start showing. You can see that 70 MB file. I have already there. Just save the file, and it is a exe file. You just double click 2-3 times. After that, it will be installed. So once you install, how you on your desktop, you will have a logo called OBS Studio, just like this. Okay. So you click on that OBS Studio. Then first time what you will see is not something like this. I will add a new scene and I will show that. Something like this. You may be seeing now, right now, completely black screen, right? This black screen is visible or not? So this black screen is there. That is the first time you will see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the OBS, how it look like. Whoever not seen OBS, this is very nice platform. And what you have here is sources. That is what you require. Basic things I will tell. Sources you require. So what is meant by sources? Whatever you have here, this much black screen. Okay. In that black screen, we want to put it all the things. So you can put n number of sources you want. How many sources you want, you can put it, and you try to adjust in this place. When you record, the output will be in this. Whatever you put it here, it will be shown to others. So you click on this plus symbol. We are going to add some sources. What we will add? First thing what we will add is we will try to.
Entire screen is black. No plus symbol is showing.
Entire thing is blank. Because I have not added anything there. So let me add a display capture so that you will see it. So I will first add my display capture. So display capture means it will display whatever I open from my computer. Now you can see whether you can able to see something. Yes, that is because now I have added my display capture. That means whatever I open from my laptop or computer, that screen will be visible. Suppose I am open some news web page, then that will be visible here. If I open some movie, that will be visible here, and so on. So when we click on this display capture, how we will do it display capture? Now because you can see this plus symbol. Can you see this plus symbol? Here under sources you have plus symbol. You click on this plus symbol. What are all required is that first initially you go for display capture. See, there is also a window capture. Window capture means the particular window will be visible. Other windows if you open also it is not visible. Okay. So you select this display capture. That means it will display everything whatever you open it. That we have already added. Once you add, you can make the height, how much size you want to put it. Suppose I will put it this much. So in my output, only this much part will be visible. Left hand side, this side black will be visible. So I will try to put my webcam. Okay. So I will add here this. To add a webcam, we have to click on this video capture device. Okay. So if I click on this video capture device, it will ask, and I will select OK. And here you can see that my camera is visible. I can select whichever camera I want. There is also another camera, Iron webcam, and so on. So suppose I will select this integrated webcam. So I will click on OK. Right now, this is available here. I can put it however small I want. I can make it. You just take any corner and move with mouse here and there so that it will become larger and bigger. So I will put it here, right? So once I put it here, then if I want to make it bigger, this I can make it. Only thing is I will be above to that screen, right? What many people do is now you can see that I won't be available right now. People say that I have added my webcam, but I am not visible. That is mainly because your display capture is above here. Is above than video capture. So display capture will be visible, video capture won't be visible. So you change the arrow. Now if I put it this one, I will put it down, then you can see that I am there now, right now. Okay. So we have added two things. One is display capture and video capture, right? I can crop this also. I can crop this my size. If I don't want, I can crop it. How we can crop it? Hold the Alt button and move your cursor. Then it crops so that unwanted things won't be visible there. Okay, however you want, you can crop it. Now, the second one, which I will show you, is many people ask how you can remove your background. That is very simple. You have to apply. So I will make it a little bigger so that you can see it. Now, right now, what you are seeing in front of my this is background is visible right now, right? That is green cloth. So you require a green cloth to apply the effect. If you don't have a green cloth, then it is not possible. You should have a blue cloth or some other cloth and so on. But green cloth gives best result. Okay. So how you will do it? You right click on your video capture, then you give go to filters. So if you click on these filters, here there will be a plus symbol below to this. So you can see that there is a effect filters. Nothing is added right now. So I will click on this plus symbol. Once I click on this plus symbol, there are so many other things are there. I will select this chroma key. So once I select chroma key, click on OK. Now whatever you have seen here, right now you can see that already that it is already crapped that one. But you can make it even. So suppose if I put it like this, it is completely background is not removed. But if I slowly put it like this, it will start removing my background. Okay, I can make it however I want. I can close this. Now you see that my background is removed and I am just like sitting in front of that screen. Okay, this is very, very easy and it is very effective. One can start using it so that your background doesn't disturb much about your lecture or what is, because if I go something like this, then whatever is visible and hide on background, I can people can see, right? This is the second one which I want to tell as OBS. Then the last one is how you can join or how you can use your OBS in, for example, Google Meet right now, whatever you are seeing, or Zoom, whatever. For that, you have to install a plugin called Virtual Camera. So if you see this Tools button, so in this Tools section, here, for me, I have Virtual Camera. Whoever installed for them, this may not be visible because this is a plugin we have to install separately. So if we want to install this virtual camera, once we install this virtual camera, so that first I will show that. You go to browser, you just click on OBS Virtual Camera. Okay. So if you click on OBS Virtual Camera, the first one it will come. You go to that and you install that. You download that file. Okay. So you can go to download and you install that exe file. So you can see that it is a small file, exe file. It is 1 MB file. You just save that and install that file. When you install it, remember when you install it, it asks for replace something. You no need to bother. You simply give yes. Doesn't mean that it will replace your OBS. You just give yes, it will install it. Once you install it, then if necessary, you restart your computer. Now you go to tools. Once you go to tools, you can find this virtual camera option. Okay. So you click on this virtual camera. Then there are some options, auto start. So you select that auto start. That means whenever OBS starts, your virtual camera is ready to use. Okay. Then keep aspect ratio, horizontal flip means it will reverse the things you can't see properly and so on. Now click, now you can see that mine at present start is not highlighted, but stop is highlighted. That means it is actually working now. If I want, I can, once the moment I stop it, my virtual camera stops using it. Okay. So this itself shows that your virtual camera is working now. Whenever your start button is not highlighted, but stop is highlighted, that means your virtual camera is working. You close this. This you can close here. Now, how you will use your this virtual camera in any platform? Go to, for example, I will go to my, right now I connected with this Google Meet. What I will do, I will go to settings. Many people know where is the camera settings in, it may be a Google Meet, it may be Zoom, anywhere. While joining, it will ask which camera option will be there, right? So I will go to these settings. here that video option will be there. Okay. In this video option, if you see, there is an option called camera, which camera you are going to use. So if I select this camera, there will be a drop down button. You select this drop down button, then it will ask for, just a second, it is taking little time. Yes. So if you see that OBS camera is there, some Irene web camera is there. So this is through this I have connected two webcams. Okay. This Irene webcam, one can use it. Suppose you have a laptop, but your laptop webcam is not so good, then you can use this Irene webcam up to 4K display also. If your mobile is very good, then you can have a very good webcam using this Irene webcam. You don't need to purchase it. You can use it this. So usually for you, it will be integrated camera. So you want to go through this OBS. What you have to do is you select this OBS camera. Okay. If I select suppose this something else, and it will reflect accordingly. Okay. Fine. So I'll keep it with OBS. So in this way, you can, that means you are projecting your OBS. So now you can see that you might be not seeing anything because I have connected through my another camera. So through the whatever participants are there, if you see that my this board is visible, interactive board, because I have joined my thing through this Irene webcam. So now I will select my this to OBS, then straight away whatever OBS is visible, that will be visible to everyone for you people. Right. Now we are back to again OBS. Okay. So OBS camera means what? It is very simple. OBS camera means whatever I am showing or whatever I am recording, that will be visible to everyone if I share that as a camera. That's all. So I can log into my Microsoft Teams. I can, wherever camera option is there, wherever you can select your webcam, all those places you can select your OBS camera, right? These are the things I think I am supposed to discuss. Whether any doubts are there, that we can discuss. Otherwise, we can stop here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So how you have got those two images? Your image in below and at the top that tablet image.
I have added actually two cameras. One camera is.
Can you please demonstrate that?
One camera I used from my laptop. The second camera, as I said, I already explained. You can go to Irene camera. It takes some time. I may soon prepare a video. But there are some web cameras are available. We have to download that web camera. Then in your OBS, you go to again. Suppose you go to this plus symbol. Okay, I'll click on this video capture device because it is a webcam, and you click on OK. Now there are whatever cameras are available for you, it will be shown. So for example, I'll select this Irene webcam, then I'll click on this. You can see that now I have added my web camera, the another web camera here, and I can put it anywhere. So what I did was earlier, I put it this camera from my whatever I have arranged my mobile, and I am using my mobile as my webcam, and I have inserted into this OBS. That is possible. So because of that, two things are possible. Okay. Yes. Next.
So is it web camera a physical device or an application?
You require both. You require your mobile, okay, and as well as you have to download this software. Once you download this software, you have to install it on your desktop as well as you have to install it on your mobile. And your mobile and your laptop should be connected to same internet. Then it will be recognized. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, what is the tool? Sir, what is the tool you are using while presenting? Some portions are zoomed.
Yes.
How to zoom a particular portion using the cursor?
That is called magnifier. Just a second. So it is freely available in Windows. One can use it. One second, please. Okay. So I can remove this. So you can see that green cloth is there backside. So that's why I can apply that chroma key. And now some person asked how I can do it. That is because if I press Windows symbol, press and hold, then press plus symbol. If I press Windows symbol plus symbol, it will activate. Okay. Then if you want to deactivate, again press and hold Windows symbol, press escape. These things.
Windows symbol plus.
Windows symbol.
Windows symbol followed
by plus symbol. Plus symbol. There is a plus symbol. Yes. Then whenever you want to exit from that Zoom, then Windows symbol, again escape button. Those two if you use, you can add, or you can search it in your browser also, in your website, in your computer, type simply magnifier. If you type magnifier, then it will be shown and you can find out all these settings and so on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So good morning, Professor Surendra Reddy, sir.
Yes,
thank you for presenting a wonderful session during this Teachers' Day today. Happy Teachers' Day to you. And your session has given a lot of new tools to learn, and we have to learn ourselves a lot of things. You have just kindled the ideas. And I want to know that how we record this open broadcasting.
Okay. So here,
in our system, it is possible. In our system, you can save it in our system.
Yes, you can save it. For example, here you can see this display capture. So you add your webcam, whatever if you want. If you are ready, once this setup is ready, this right hand side, if you go to this right hand side, there is a start recording button will be there. Okay. So you click on this start recording. Now it is recording. It started recording. So you minimize this window. And open your PPT, and you explain your students. Okay, it will be recording everything. And once you are done, then you stop this recording. That will be there. Okay, and you can start using that.
It is saved in the desktop or any in our any other drives.
It will be saved on your desktop only, on your folder. Means computer it will save.
Defaultly in a desktop only.
Yes, it will save on your computer.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Srimati Madam and the principal of Guru Nanak College. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
So I will share my PPT with Madam. I also request her to share with all the participants. Maybe they have some Telegram group and so on. They will share it.
Yes,
sir. Excuse me. Sir, your contact details, sir. Your phone number and your email ID.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
It is there in my PPT. You can take it.
I'll raise it.
There is no option to share here. Otherwise, I can share it. There is no problem. They will share it.
No problem, sir. Share it in the group, sir.
Sir,
yes.
Whether we will get this recorded video of yours?
Yes, sir.
That you have to ask
because we have to go through this once again. Many of the points we missed. So we would like to get a video.
Yeah, so that organizers will give.
It's been put in the chat box, sir. We have been telling right from the beginning. The recording will be available. You can recap or you can always refer the video. Not an issue. We have a YouTube channel where it will be hosted, and you can always refer it there, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Please post it to the speaker.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, last question because I have some urgent work.
Sir, this is Joyce from Bharati Women's College, sir. Is it possible to type the question in Word and can we copy it? Instead of using LaTeX syntax, is it possible to type the question in Word and copy it?
Yeah, you can copy and you can paste it there. In Microsoft Forms, it supports. Not everything, but you have to try it because I use LaTeX, but usually it supports because it is compatible with Word.
Because only few commands I know. I don't know all the commands. So if I type it in the Word, it will support?
Yes. I suppose it supports. 95% guarantee I can give. Because it is an equation editor, basically.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So,
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. Sir, I have to go. Maybe last question.
Sir, when using OBS Studio, for connecting Zoom Meet, which windows we have to use?
You have to, if you want to connect, you have to use that OBS camera. I have already explained it. Okay. Then
which windows? Whenever I am connecting, window capture.
No, you use display capture.
To
display
use
capture you use.
actually, but it is not connecting.
No, if you use display capture, it connects.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll end the session, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you so much. Let me give a formal vote of thanks to the speaker of today. On behalf of the Guru Nanak Center for Research, I thank my special thanks to the resource person, Dr. Surendranath Reddy, Assistant Professor, School of Mathematical Sciences, Swami Ramanand Teeth, Marathwada University, Nanded, Maharashtra. Thank you so much, sir. On a very special day as Teachers' Day, you made us all a student today. And we thoroughly enjoyed the session that you hosted today, sir. And I know you are a very, very busy person, because many of the teachers that I know, when I told that Surendranath sir is coming on Saturday to have a session, they told, ma'am, he is literally a teacher. So for all the online tools that we have been using, all this, we have always referred to his videos, or we have always checked on him for what to do. And literally what we know on online tools today, it is only because of him. And we are so happy that today you have called him for the session, and they're really thankful to you, sir, for having accepted our invitation and also sparing your valuable time to be with us today. So we do not want to stop you, because I understand you have to go for a very another important meeting. And thank you so much, sir, on behalf of our General Secretary and Correspondent, Sada Manjit Singh Nayar-ji, and our beloved Principal, Dr. N.G. Raghunathan, and all the deans and all the HODs and all the participants. I thank you for your wonderful time that you gave us and this wonderful session that you have given us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. I once again thank Srimati madam. She contacted me several times. I thank all the participants. I hope you can start using it. You can contact me anytime. And I wish once again Happy Teachers' Day. I take leave.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Thank you to the organizing secretary, Dr. Srimati ma'am, for having contacted sir. As sir told, she was literally behind sir, and this program should have happened a week back, since sir so busy we had to schedule it today. Congratulations to Srimati ma'am, and once again thank you, Surendranath sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Want to know more about these topics? Please follow us at Guru Nanak Center for Research YouTube page, Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.